Got the new haircut. Looking good, feeling good, liking it. Did a little bit of work off camera this week, just trying to get stuff done. We'll flip you around here. Got my rear end done, mounted up with some of the best Home Depot Husky ratchet straps that money can buy. The reason I done this, I just wanted to get it up in here to see roughly where it's going to be. Got the old plasma cutter fired up, cleaned out the wheel wells a little bit. I plan on running a 28 by 10 by 15 inch tall tire on this thing, so I had to make some clearance. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick what we got done. I got these kicker bars in here. I don't even know what the terminology is, what they call them, but basically it's just a main hoop to your seatbelt bar tie-in to the floor, just like an extra gust support. Got those in. Got these front bars in right here. They tie in between your front corner to your transmission crossmember cross point. So those are in. I got a couple more bars to tie in today. Sometimes it's tough to film and do this stuff because it's like the same shit every time. You guys probably get bored watching it, and I get it. Probably get tired of hearing me talk, trying to explain stuff. So I think today we're just going to get some shit knocked out. The next bar I'm going to put in is a upper bar that goes here, from here to here on the main frame rails. So when you buy this kit, you get like a blueprint that's kind of generic because everyone's application's different. You know, you may run a Chrysler rear end, I may run a Ford rear end. You may want your main hoop support hidden behind the pillar. You may want yours just back behind the pillar. So it's kind of generic, but it also will tell you the placement of stuff. What I'm doing, I'm running the 488 rear end, and right now it's, even with ratchet straps, it's centered up. I actually use the plumb bob and everything based off of my chassis jig. So I'm going to mark center up top, and then it's calling for 5 7/8 toward the main hoop will be the center line of this upper bar. Got her cut, got her buffed. Do a little couple tacks on this thing. Oh yeah, cut great in this thing. It's a good choice. Let's build a funny car style chassis for a guy that's over 200 pounds. Yeah, that'll work.
You're going nowhere.
Now there'll be two braces that run from here down to the main bar behind the bottom of the seat. Every chassis is based off of is that bar. But anyway, that'll tie in from there to there. I got the other tubes cut to fit. I have to run a pass on that cross member piece that we just put on, because once we put these up, that's going to block that cope that needs welded. So we'll knock that out real quick, shove them up, and get those tacked. I already had the center line marked for the chassis, so I decided I'm going to go on the outside of 6 inches. That should be plenty enough room for a tunnel, and I think that'll work just fine. All right, these go up in the corner and right on the edge of my 6 inch. Should have brought my little pecker down.
What did he say?
The other one. There we go. And yes, I am MIG welding this. I have taken some of it here and there, but I'm MIG welding it together because it's hot chrome moly and it's mild steel chassis, so mild steel wires just work just fine. I'm not building a pro mod. I'm building me a car to race and have fun. So MIG's gonna be just fine for what I'm doing. Okay, well, we got those all welded in. Now I'll do this X brace that goes here in the main part of the floor. I'll get those notched out. We'll get those welded in. As you can see, I got the first one tacked in. Now the other one, we'll have to cut it in half to X brace it across. So I got the first one cut for that side. That's gonna sit in there like that. Weld that guy up. I have another covered spot down here, so I'll have to run this weld just a little bit farther to get this in. So let's do that. And I'll get this one laid in. So okay. Now I'll just have to do the notches on this side and that one. We'll get it tacked in. We'll have our X brace done. Never fails. Every time I start this camera, the heater kicks on. My favorite. Now we got an X brace. You guys can see, I mean, this stuff takes some time, but that's why I haven't filmed like everything, because it's so monotonous. You're constantly test fitting a piece, cutting it, grinding it, coping it, whatever, and it gets monotonous. I get it. You guys probably get tired of seeing the same stuff, so that's why I figured I'd just do it this way. I'll show you the pieces I'm putting in, tack weld them in or weld them in, and you guys see the end result. Speed it up a little bit. All right, on to the next piece. Okay, we've got another floor brace, coped and cut. Get it tacked. This one goes from the back corner here, ties into this diagonal here. There we go. Just set it in. Now we got to go to the driver's side, set the front cross member for the front attachment point for the seat or mount to. So we'll do that one, and then it'll have another tie-in bar that'll angle up also. Man, we are cooking right along. I just put the camera down and just started knocking shit out. I got one of the back braces in. It's welded up. I got one more to put from there to up there. I got my start of my funny car hoop. I got it in, tacked in. Then I'll have to have the one that'll go from here, it comes out and goes up and over, and it'll tie right in across from that one. I got that done. We got our front seat mount welded in. Got some more of the kick braces on. This thing is coming right along. I think I'm gonna call it a day for today. I've been out here for about 4 or 5 hours, just taking my time, notching everything, making sure that everything's fitting up nice before I tack it or weld it. But we started on the funny car hoop. We got the 2 back hoops on. We got the front support piece up here. It's welded in. Door bars, the brace here gets in. Got our X brace in the middle of the floor. Got our front seat brace in. I mean, this thing's coming right along. So hopefully tomorrow I can knock out the last few pieces to the funny car hoop stuff. And basically then I'll be able to cut the body loose, weld the tops of everything, pick it back up and weld it back to the plates, and we'll be done.